Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Wednesday, the 28th day of February. Sometimes this is the last day of the month, but not this year because it's a leap year.
Isn't that fun?
Cars and car keys and small change day. I don't know what that means exactly. Keys and small change day. National Chocolate Souffle Day, National Essay Day, National Floral Design Day, National Public Sleeping Day. You ever fall asleep in public?
No,
Do you know
but
any-
you do on
do you
a
know
regular
anybody who
basis.
I've fallen asleep in public, I don't know, hundreds of times.
So many times. It's embarrassing.
National Science Day, National Tooth Fairy Day. All of those things happening today. And I have a guest joining me, Jessy Schram from Chicago Med. And I'm excited to visit with Jessy. Her character on Chicago Med is a fun one, and people kind of love this character. So we're going to chat with her about that. We're going to chat with her about other fun stuff, and we'll do all of that on this Wednesday edition of the John and Heidi Show.
Give yourself a little credit.
I've been telling you about BetterCreditCards.com for a few years now. I'd love for you to take a few minutes today to check out the website. Who knows? You might find a better credit card, one that offers a better rate, or a credit card that offers cash back, airline miles, or other points and perks that can help you. Check it out now.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Everyone moves in unique ways, and scientists are saying that your personal walking gait could indicate a lot about your overall health. In fact, it's gaining traction as one of your vital signs, along with body temperature, pulse rate, respiration rate, blood pressure, and oxygen saturation.
That's interesting.
Yeah, having your gait analyzed by health professionals could predict motor delays in kids, fall risks in older adults. When coupled with cognition decline, the risk of dementia could also be determined earlier. Walking speed can also be an indicator for your health. A study released last fall found that walking faster is associated with a reduced risk of death. So they're saying if you're trying to avoid death, just walk a little faster.
Right.
Apparently, I have a unique walk. I look like very different when I walk because I was dressed in a costume one time, like as a mascot for a team. And somebody guessed it was me. They said, I can tell just by the way you're walking. I'm like, what? They said, you walk kind of like Bigfoot. I'm like, what does that mean? So that video that they caught Bigfoot walking through the woods, apparently I walk like that.
I have never noticed that.
I'm going to have to pay attention now. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Insurance. It's important to have insurance, but it's more important to have the right insurance. After all, if you're not covered, it's like not even having insurance. Make sure you're covered for whatever claim might come your way with InsuranceChicken.com, helping you peck out great insurance deals in your area. You need insurance on your car anyway. Why not get great rates for great insurance from InsuranceChicken.com? That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by Genesis Gold, IRA.com. Heidi, did you know in honor of the Lunar New Year, Lunar, L-U-N-A-R, not loony, Lunar New Year,
Yeah.
Starbucks added pork-flavored coffee to their menu.
Pork?
In China, yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, it sounds like a loony New Year thing to me, but it's the Abundant Year of Savory Latte. The brand describes it as having an interesting flavor. Yeah, I'll bet. The braised pork latte is made by combining pork flavor sauce with espresso and steamed milk with extra pork sauce and pork breast meat for garnish, according to Starbucks delivery
Yuck.
app. Again, it's available currently in China. Don't know that that's going to catch on around here.
Yuck.
Would you even want to try a pork-flavored
No.
latte?
No.
I mean, do you like pork flavoring? You like stuff that's... You
I
like
would
pork.
not want to drink anything
How about
pork.
bacon-flavored latte?
No.
See? When you say bacon, that's also pork. I'm now you got my attention at least.
Oh.
All right. We don't know
Gross.
everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. An Amazon Prime subscriber has a problem with the company's implementation of ads on Prime Video. Filed a class action lawsuit challenging the move. The plaintiff, who lives in California, alleges misleading advertising and consumer protection law breaches in their unfair change to ads on the Prime platform. It comes about a week after the company started showing limited ads to U.S. subscribers and asking those to continue streaming without them to pay extra money. He's like, dude, I'm already paying for this, and now I'm paying for it, and I'm seeing ads? $2.99 a month? No, I'm going to sue you instead.
Right.
Again, at the end of the day, he's right. American Idol bosses are considering replacing Katy Perry with Miley Cyrus. I don't know if that happened or not. That came out, I don't know, a couple days ago at least. And the biopic Bob Marley, One Love is shaping up to be the first bit of good news for the box office in a bit. They did very, very well in their first 6 days, $46 million domestically. So it's like
That's one I would probably
yeah,
see.
it's like the first big movie that they've had for a bit now. So that's kind of cool.
I
Big
love Bob
screen,
Marley.
little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
What could you do with an extra $129 a month? In this economy, every penny counts. So an extra $129 each month would absolutely help. Well, 97% of us have a cell phone, and the average person pays $144 a month. Mint Mobile can help you save a mint. At just $15 a month, that's an average savings of $129 each month. It's time for a Mintervention. Switch and save today. Get this special offer at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Attention, sports fans. There's probably nobody that's a big fan of NFL that doesn't already know this, but I didn't know this until just now. The NFL has announced their 2024-2025 season will kick off on September 5th. You know why I didn't know that?
Why?
Because I don't care.
Oh.
I don't follow any of this stuff.
No,
But
I don't either.
I saw this shared this morning, and I was like, is this early? Do they usually announce it? Because it seems early to me.
I honestly have no idea.
Here's the good news. No matter who your team is, they're all undefeated right now. So everybody's having, an amazing...
Having a good season.
Yeah. And cassette tapes. First of all, you a fan of cassette tapes?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I had so many. I
So
actually
did I.
still have like 4 crates.
Thanks to Columbia House.
Yeah, I have like 4 crates of cassette tapes still in our garage. Heidi, when we moved the last time, you wanted me to get rid of them. I'm like, I can't do that.
None of those are good. I saw your cassette
there's some
tapes.
good. There's some good.
none.
Wow. Boy, I feel the burn on this side of the room. Well, cassette tapes, believe it or not, are a cool thing to collect right now in Japan. It was a relic of the past not long ago. The humble rectangle of magnetic film has experienced a renaissance, charming a whole new generation of music fans with its nostalgic appearance and distinctly warm and rich sound. Some stores in Tokyo are expanding their cassette tape sections, signaling a resurgence of compact analog recording media. In a world where the norm is to listen to music through some digital means, like a streaming service or whatnot, a retailer attributes the recent popularity of cassettes to the fact that music enthusiasts can, quote, own and feel attached to them.
Yeah.
For the younger generation, they're novel, and for those who use them before, they evoke a nostalgic feeling
Of
from the
course.
early days of listening to their favorite
Absolutely.
music. So I'm going to have to break out my cassette player. Look at right here. I have a cassette player right there.
Yeah, you do.
And it does work. I tried it. So of course, I used a tape that I didn't care about just in case. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-310-5831. 800-310-5831. That's 800-310-5831.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit with Jessy Schram. You might know her as Dr. Hannah Asher, a very complicated character from Chicago Med. And now we're up to season 9. Holy cow.
It's season 9. It's been on for all 9 seasons. I came in season 5 and then back as a regular in 7. So I unfortunately haven't been part of the whole run, but I'm fortunate to grab on now.
And your character has gone through some stuff, but people kind of love the character. That's why you're back, right?
Right. I had a really interesting character being a heroin-addicted gynecologist who is now in recovery, and they've definitely played out the journey with my character, and I couldn't be more appreciative for that.
And I'm sure the character is nothing like you, Jessy Schram, but this character, a very complicated, fun character, and it's got to be fun to be this character.
Oh, man, it's amazing. I would say, with any character, there's always something that's similar with you, or, I definitely can have OCD traits or things of that, so it's like getting involved in your mental health of being able to relate that to your character, how you can play the things that you relate to within them is really neat. But I feel like as a person, you get to learn from your character so much. Hannah's super confident. I get really hardcore and passionate about some things, and I get to use that for her. But I feel like she's rubbed off on me in my real life of being somebody that has structure and is way more confident than me as Jessy Schram usually ever is.
Absolutely. Now we go from Dr. Hannah to Hallmark Channel, and you've been on several Hallmark movies and Hallmark Christmas movies. They've got a special place in my heart, and Hallmark Christmas movies are just a blast.
You know, I've done a lot of harvest season. I've done a lot of January, winter, New Year's, and getting to be part of the Christmas segment is, like you said, a whole different category. But I absolutely adore doing those movies. I really look forward to when I'm able to, and hope that just continues, because it's a great world. And especially, you know, getting to play on Chicago Med, getting to play another character that really is a completely different world, a different tone, and a different, well, same audience, but a different audience in terms of what they're looking for to watch. And it's really fun to get to be diverse as an actor in that way.
And with the Hallmark Christmas movies, I think they could have those on year-round. I know they're specifically for a season, but I think if they were on 12 months out of the year, I think people would watch them all year long.
Oh, they do. And then there's also Christmas in July. So it's Christmas, but then it's also Christmas in July. That's like a national holiday now.
Absolutely. And getting back to Chicago Med, Dr. Hannah is back for season 9. Are there things we learn about Dr. Hannah this season that we can talk about?
This season's been really interesting. We've got a lot of new characters. We have, you know, the writing is a little different this season in terms of we are still focusing so much on the medical cases. Dr. Hannah is still completely an advocate for women's rights, and the medical world in which she performs in. But for her, I think because so much of what we've seen with her character is fighting against the stereotype and fighting to be more than just her addiction in the eyes of her colleagues and in her personal life, now we get to see Hannah smile a little bit more and be a little bit more settled in who she is now. And there's going to be some dating, and there's going to be some, I feel like right now, way more flops than wins, which makes it really fun. But you get to see her discover herself in a new way, and I think audience members are really going to connect with that.
And one of the nice things about that, having a character that's going through some issues, but they get the help they need and their life kind of gets back on track, hopefully that encourages people who are going through something in their real life to get the help they need as well.
I feel really honored, and it's really special to get to play this character. Not only do I have people in my own personal sphere that deal with things like this, but the amount of people that I see on the street or that feel comfortable enough to come up to me and tell me their story of how they've been affected, or a family member or a fiance or a friend. It's Hannah Asher, this character and what she's gone through really does get to trigger people in a way that I think can be really healthy and really good, because she is coming out the other side, and you see hope, and you get to see what life can be if you can just stick with it.
I love that. Jessy, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it a bunch.
Thank you so much.
Again, the 9th season of Chicago Med is out right now. Our guest has been Jessy Schram. I will throw a link to more information so you can find her, you can find the show, all of that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
I've been telling you about BetterCreditCards.com for a few years now. I'd love for you to take a few minutes today to check out the website. Who knows? You might find a better credit card, one that offers a better rate, or a credit card that offers cash back, airline miles, or other points and perks that can help you. Check it out now.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
People tend to read as much as 10% slower from a screen than they do from paper.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
I've noticed I do too. Yep.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The term genuine leather does not mean real leather. It is a distinction grade of leather, and it is the second lowest quality type. So if you see something that's genuine leather, that doesn't mean it's the best. That just means it's the second to the worst.
It means it's leather. We're not lying.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If you keep going north, you'll eventually go south, but if you keep going east, you will never go west. Well, that's good to
that's
know.
interesting.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A zombie outbreak would never last more than 2 days due to natural predators like maggots and hot weather tearing them apart. Oh, yuck.
Oh.
We can't end on that. Ugh. How did that even get stuck
That's good
in
to
there?
know. All you have to do
Yeah.
is hole up for 2 days. You'll be fine.
All right, we're moving on to this. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In 2014, McDonald's engineered bubblegum flavored broccoli to make Happy Meals healthier.
I would not like that at all.
I like just regular broccoli. Several fun facts. Now, thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Insurance. It's important to have insurance, but it's more important to have the right insurance. After all, if you're not covered, it's like not even having insurance. Make sure you're covered for whatever claim might come your way with InsuranceChicken.com, helping you peck out great insurance deals in your area. You need insurance on your car anyway. Why not get great rates for great insurance from InsuranceChicken.com? That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 19% of us use our phone to look this up. What is it? I bet you've done this before. I'm positive you've done this
Gosh,
before.
to look this up.
Yeah.
The weather?
No, recipes.
Oh,
Heidi loves to come up with new recipes.
I do.
And then she has created at least 2 cookbooks, but they're not available anywhere because she made one specifically for our daughter and one specifically for our son. And I illustrated the one.
Yes, you did.
Our son said, no, you don't really need to illustrate mine. My daughter loves the recipes and the silly pictures I do. All right. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com.
What could you do with an extra $129 a month? In this economy, every penny counts. So an extra $129 each month would absolutely help. Well, 97% of us have a cell phone, and the average person pays $144 a month. Mint Mobile can help you save a mint. At just $15 a month, that's an average savings of $129 each month. It's time for a Mintervention. Switch and save today. Get this special offer at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. It may be located in a cold area, but the world's only ski-through, it's like a drive-through, but you do it on skis, has become a hot destination. McSki, which you might imagine serves up McDonald's, is located in Sweden. It opened in 1996, but people from around the world have been visiting thanks to snow bunnies who spotted the restaurant in viral videos. McSki, which sits on the slopes of the Lindvallen winter resort, allows customers to ski or snowboard right up to the window and order their food.
Oh, fun.
It boasts a full menu in addition to the McCafe, where there's hot and hot chocolate and warm Swedish buns and whatnot. They also have other things there as well. Most of the buzz about this place is thanks to TikTok. Managers say they've never seen this many English visitors. One video posted has over 6 million views. So I've got a link to it if you want to see it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Recent Reddit thread asked, what industry secret do you know that most people don't know? Do you know any good industry secrets?
Not
people don't know?
really, no.
Well, most, probably 80% or more of the books on the nonfiction bestseller list, autobiographies, whatnot, are ghostwritten. How do I know? I'm a ghostwriter. Oh, there we go. How about this? People who sell courses on how to make money make most of their money selling you those courses.
That's true. I did know that.
I need to do that. I am an unarmed security guard. Every now and then, I'll get a comment from somebody about how they're glad I'm around in case there's an active shooter or something. Yeah, if that happens, we're not doing anything aside from getting ourselves to safety and calling the cops.
Exactly.
Okay, and then there's so many on this list. I'll post it all today, but I'm going to share the rest tomorrow. Pack your freight like it's going to be a pallet stacked on top of it, because most likely it will. Oh, good to know. Several
That explains what happened to a computer we mailed one time.
Oh my goodness, it got destroyed. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-310-5831. 800-310-5831. That's 800-310-5831.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote is from Tom Snyder, who says, "Misers are no fun to live with, but they make great ancestors."
That is true. That's where the money comes from.
I've known some penny pinchers in my day, and one of the things that always fascinated me, I remember a guy, he was a multimillionaire, and somebody dropped some change in the parking lot, and he was on his hands and knees picking up this change to get it all. I'm like, that was like 32 cents. But he was on his hands and knees picking up the change. I'm like, you know what? That's why you're a multimillionaire.
That's right. That's why he's got the money.
All right. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And I'm going to read the headline to you first, and then we're gonna get to this. I think this is a really cool story. A mother's love sparks a miracle. A daughter wakes up after 5 years in a coma.
Oh my gosh.
This is from Michigan. 2017, Jennifer's life took a drastic turn while driving to work. After dropping her kids off at school, she felt lighthearted and veered off the road, crashing into a pole. She ended up in a serious condition and was in a coma for 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Throughout this challenging time, her mother, Peggy, never lost hope that her daughter would recover. Doctors repeatedly told Peggy, Jennifer's chances of waking up are very slim. And even if she does wake up, she's probably not going to be able to function. She said, they've encouraged me, like day 2 or day 3, to take her off life support. I said, no, not as of today. We're not going to do that. And each day they encouraged her, and she kept saying, no, it's in God's hands. Peggy's hope never wavered. Despite the odds, Peggy cared for Jennifer daily, maintaining a positive attitude and treating her as if she could hear her. So she sat there and talked to her for 5 years in a coma.
Wow.
She said, I did tell her what the kids are doing and what we've been doing, and I tried to encourage her. For years, I would hold her hand and just squeeze my hand, Jen, squeeze my hand. But she never did. Finally, August of 2022, during a walk, Jennifer laughed at a joke Peggy made. So he was just pushing her like in the thing. After nearly 5 years, she woke up. In the following weeks, she had speech therapy, and Peggy's support helped as well. Jennifer progressed from making small sounds to saying vowels, even spelling words.
Oh my gosh.
Less than a year, she returned home full time. Well, last fall, she attended her son's high school football games, fulfilling a dream for both of them. About a year ago, I had it in my mind that she was going to come to my game. She was going to come to my senior year, senior night, and all of those things. Wow. That's what her son said. I've talked about it for a while. I even dreamed of and prayed for it. And it happened. How cool is that?
That is crazy.
So this story goes on. If you'd like to read more, I've got it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.